Alright, I think we're live. Oh, that needs changing. Don't mind me just adjusting my subtitles. See if that does it better. Yeah, that looks right. And I'm going to make it a slight bit taller. That should be enough. I'm not sure if it's able to put more than 2 lines down or not. No. Right, that's in the subtitle settings. That should be right. Well, we'll see. Not sure if it'll change. But there we go. Yep, we're good. Man, it sticks around a while, doesn't it? There we go. And I've turned the timer down. Okay, it's struggling a little to pick me up. I need to speak a bit more clearly. I've turned the timer down so the words don't stick around for quite so long, but they still do fill up my lap. So yes, welcome back everyone. Welcome to the new and improved stream. Almost nothing's changed, but I do now have subtitles. So if anyone needs any extra help with understanding what I'm saying, look no further than my lap. Let's jump back in. Zerafish map, we're not there anymore. Okay, the robot parts. Oh, where we take those? Oh, right, we can't do anything with that yet, either. How are we doing? Right, I have the Wildwood set to give me 20% fire damage. Are those stacking? Like, if I get 6, is that 35%? Because that'd be worth it. Oh, no, I don't want to take that route to the Thunder Battlefield. That is way too long. Go to the main one. The portal I placed down was far too far out the way. Honestly, I was a little bit skeptical about the subtitles just in general because predictive ones seem iffy, uncertain. But they're doing pretty well, all things considered. Definitely not getting some of the more particular words wrong. Oh god, my thing's doubling up again. Emeka Noah, welcome to spring. Thank you for the pact. It allows me to spread my influence yet further. My kind need plenty of those. Oh, wrong button. Welcome into what is probably unfortunately not going to be the last of this run, as it turns out. Well, let's just say there's a little bit more than I expected. Just followed you on your Twitter, hoping to see a follow back. Well, we'll see. I don't particularly do follow for follow, but if whatever's going on over there is something interesting, then yeah, sure. Well, interesting to me. Ow. For now I must hyper mode the Axe King. Up. And he's gotten stuck again, so, you know. Take advantage of the failing AI in a somewhat old game. Oh man, didn't manage to catch any of what I said just there. Might have done. Okay, I'm going to tweak the subtitles again. Yeah, I think I know what's going on. Let's try that. That might keep things a little more in check. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's being a bit weird. It might be just the best. It might just be for the best. Oh god. I need to pay attention. Stop throwing bombs at me. I am the bomber. Making explosives a problem for people is my job, not yours. The slow ray from the Varkolin Warlocks is remarkably useless when they're the only one around. For a while I thought it was a life drain effect of some kind. But it just kind of holds me in place a little. And that doesn't really make a difference if there's nothing to actually hurt. It's the downside of playing a debuffer, you know? If you don't have anyone or zone control, if you don't have anyone to actually follow up on the slowing, then you may as well not use the magic at all. This feels like a thing. Like this absolutely. Oh no, it's just there's 3 of them. This feels like it should be a portal to somewhere. The duck. Somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching me. Downfalls. Oh, it's a pun, isn't it? Entered the downfalls. And that's just a regular troll. Pop all the buffs. Oh, a bitter sprite. Where's the key? It must be in this north section. Or I guess it could be tucked away in that tiny little spot there. Just give me the worst luck. But I am going to assume that my luck is slightly better than that. It's held up thus far at least. Stop throwing. And oh yeah. It's all coming together. This ain't my first rodeo. Well, actually, this is my first rodeo. What the? Okay, that... I've fought the gargoyles before. They weren't this aggressive. They weren't exactly chill, but like... That was much more. Jeez. This place is huge, I love it. Like, it's a relatively simple concept of a game, but at least they've got plenty of stuff for you to kill and level up with. That potion. Okay, this one isn't trying to eat me. Anything useful with this set versus? I lose the cast speed and the fire armor, but I'll take the bonus to... I'll take the extra mana recovery. Not really worth it. Pay more attention to the map. It's... Oh, roots. No, thank you. You don't get to hit me. God, I'm being poisoned. It's not even by poison, it's just by green fire. They're learning. My foes in this world are learning of the tricks that have gotten me this far. Oh, poison. We don't have half of them. Interesting. God, it's so far to get off this ride. So we're looking for poison and fire. I suppose it's not so much that we're looking for them. We'll eventually find them if we keep... Oh, hello. No. Yeah, that's where the controller stuff works. The place just keeps getting larger. It's a real thick map, I dig it. Keep moving, keep away. Deal with those hunters. Ow. And we're good. Is there even a way down there? It must be this teleporter. Oh no. Ow. Stings just a teensy bit. But you burn quicker than I do. Despite being one of the fair folk. Our vulnerability, any vulnerability to fire implied about us is greatly exaggerated. Forgotten halls, how do I get down there? Like, I do not want to I do not want to leave. I do not want to do the actual mission in the map before I find all of the side quests. Whew. I can even see the map stretching out in every other direction too. It feels bad, the situation with the dwarves in this game. Like how they've all ended up dying off, essentially. Look at them, these are all the same species, yet they grow up... There's some real dimorphism going on here. Real looking... very different within categories. Yeah, you don't get to run away. Oh, fire crystal. And that looks like the gold chest location. Fish. Fish first. All of these for a later run. God damn. Okay, that was... that's well worth going in the pot. Damage reflection. Actually, damage reflection could be good on so many of my ones. Like that'll be good on the Thorns one as well. Put the damage reflecting tags on the pets. The pet can actually contribute without whenever they get hit by passive, well, not passive AoEs. Gimme all the loot. That one's probably not worth keeping. It's not special really. It's just kind of neat. Not a mimic? No. I'm shocked every time the... Oh. Well, that worked out well in my favor. Jumped on. That was my fault. I ran right into the group. Have to be more careful with this, given that I have basically no way to. I basically have no mobility tools. No real way to get out of a bind like that when I end up in it. now. Pop all those, and that's good. Yeah, like, that's a clear improvement on the damage, right? And that 2.2 mana regen has made a difference on that too. Stand here while it slowly ticks down because all my stuff's cooled down. Pop it up again. And suddenly, damage spikes for 10 seconds. And we're good. Come on, we have one more gem to find before we can do whatever's going on there. He thought he was slick. Oh, this was a mistake. Get off me. Ow. Jeez, the sudden spikes in damage, I just don't know how to, I just don't know what to do about them. I don't have that one reactive ability that I have available to me. Just in time. Gotcha. I don't know how much of this I'll even end up using in the end. I'm just collecting as many fish as I can for the pets run because, you know, being able to turn into them is kind of interesting. Oh, those boots. Booties. No. Oh god. It really changes the perspective when you... Oh god, poison. There's the poison crystal. Mine. Every time I keep thinking they're going to be mimics. Okay, basic weapon, no good. No werewolf hopping out the trees to kill me there. Dumb as a box of rocks. No, the small ones don't do enough damage. Big ones, they're the problem. Oh, it's a slow beam. More potions. And then over here is the... Yeah, we'll leave you alone for now. I love that though. Eye on a string. prevalence of the Hootie-like doorkeeper tells you all you need to know, that despite it being quite creepy, in theory, if you try and understand the full extent of what that means for that kind of thing, it remains endlessly amusing. It's just all neck. Just all neck all the time. Right, so I've done that. Okay, let's shift all of this, all of the junk that's spare over. It's really nice. Damage reflection, life steal, extra electric armor and health, and obviously it can be enchanted. Get rid of. I want to give the pet the critical hit chance. Oh wait, no, can't go over there yet. I need to go this way. All the way down. Down, down. Now, see, this is what confuses me. That is way too clean a break. That's a nice smooth break where those have fallen. Okay. Trying to poison. Trying to fire. And we have a new dungeon. Oh, that's a very specific. That's a very specific level, and which I've already exceeded. This seems like a. This is not an oasis. For this to be an elemental oasis, it needs to actually be an oasis. We have currently got lots of mushrooms, not very many many elementals coming to charge up. Okay, there's one. Fortunately, the thing made of fire isn't immune to fire. Oh, come on. I know I'm being kinda dumb with some of these, but at the same time, really, it's... This way. At the same time, like, there's... I haven't collected any means to keep my health from tanking that quickly. What the... Oh, really? Just, oh god, there's another one. One rock troll is enough. I see we now have closed captioning. Yep. OceanX did a little put out a tutorial, I think yesterday or the day before. Can't remember the exact point. That showed how to do it. Strictly speaking, it's also not the exact closed captions. If you mouse over the stream, you can see a CC button down at the bottom, which will put up the same thing as what's being typed out. This is just for, like, you know, clipping and such. So if I clip stuff, or if anyone in the stream clips stuff, it puts the captions in there as well. And because there's an existing closed caption thing that this plugin uses, I figured putting the captions a little bit smaller down in an appropriate position would be just fine. And hello. Oh, made a mistake. Oh, this really didn't go anywhere. We're in a place that calls itself the Elemental Oasis. I'm not buying it currently. Oh, big guy. Big guy with, thanks to the 2 buffs available, absolutely no movement speed. Good man, hurry up and die. A thing that I think is a bit of a pity at the moment is that this place has evidently shown it has at least one unique mini-boss in it. But I'm concerned about what the end of this is going to be, because it was a dungeon that required more input than usual to access. I needed to find 4 crystals hidden in the main, 4 crystals spotted around the main map and place them in the right slots. Oh, that was a mistake. And yeah, I need to find 4 crystals hidden in the placed around the overworld and put them in the right places, and then it opened this dungeon, which rather than having a level range, was just set level 45. It had a very specific number that it wanted. Okay, there's the next tier. So it is a multi-level dungeon. And this also tells me... Oh, hello. I didn't even think that was a chest. I thought it was a gold drop. Mimic cannot be allowed to live. Belt? Oh, right. And and I've managed to pick up this Wildwood set, which is really, really damn good. Already got... It's mostly about boosting all the elemental damages, which would make it great for Ember Mage anyway, but that hefty 20% of fire damage with 15% more if I get 2 more items. It's just perfect for this. And also over there, so we go down south. west, southwest. What the? Oh, it's the... Ah, yes, the poison elemental. Myself alive at the expense of the zombies. Try to actually aim in the right direction. Nice. Oh. Again, nothing. Need to put something at the end of these places. Maybe it's just the weird-ass aggro range from all the bosses, dragging them out of position when they should be further away. Oh god, no. Bad, bad. That's very, very not good. That, however, is much more fine. Oh, the rock trolls, the worst. Well, the rock trolls are fine. The rock trolls, when they're on this kind of terrain where I don't know if clicking will either cast the spell or send me hurtling towards them, that's where it's not good. But they're dead. They are gone. Run rings around the... Oh, and another electrical one. Is it a splitter? Ooh. Man, I'm good on the elemental resistances. Especially hyper mode makes me good anyway. This thing gives me, yeah, 30% less elemental damage taken. Good number. I'll get not far away from the... Oh, I didn't even remember I got mana recharge from that. My gamer instinct says that's a hidden doorway, but it's not. Now this looks more like... Now this is an oasis. This is an elemental oasis. It's a bit of a wish.com oasis element, but because it is just water, greenery, and crystals, but at least it's more than just a cave. Oh dear. Are there 4 bosses? Oh yes, there are. Oh god. Yeah, this one's much harder than it was before. Oh, it just straight up uses my spell. Straight up uses firebombs. Ow. get out here, pop these. It's a bit... I'm hoping this will be the hardest one, because I'm taking a... Ow? I'm taking a guess, just a wild guess, that this, the one that is made of fire is probably in some way resistant to it. Gotta be careful about that spell in particular. Ooh. Close but no cigar. But plenty of smoking. That should kill him. Good, good. Grab his stuff. Now how do I leave? Same way I came. I was right, yes. 4 bosses. Obviously, we should expect one of each element. So... Frost... Oh, we've done... We've done fast, there'll be frost, poison, and electricity. Instead of, you know, air, water, and earth. Should be okay. Oh man, he doesn't like to move anywhere near as much. Okay, keep that up. Oh, be careful. Ow. Oh man, this one might actually be more resistant. And what is that burning sound in the background? It's not me. Even when the flames die out, it's... Even when the flames die out, it's constantly burning. I think we may be dealing with an audio bug from teleporting near a fire. This one is much easier to dodge though. It really doesn't have any counter to running in circles. I guess except for moving into a space where there is nowhere to run around, but like, there isn't anywhere for that. Ow. Okay, there we go. Give me a few seconds. And 2 down. Anything new to equip? No, no, no. Nah.
Your pet's inventory is full.
2 buses down, 2 more. Poison and shock left. It was this is the shocker. This one I'm expecting to be worse. Just because the electricity powers tend to travel more. Oh no, it's the radial... It's the little radial bolts thing, that's not too bad. It ricocheted its own attack back. Okay, no, never mind. This isn't as bad as I thought it was. Oh, it jumps directly out of my range. Wastes my damn magic. It's not legal to dodge these firebombs. That should get the kill. And the half sword, huge mana potion. Worth it. I'll give it a few seconds to let my abilities cool down, so we can go into it at full strength. How are we doing on fame? Probably not going to get enough fame from this one to get a new point from that, but we might level up. Maybe not, actually. Have to get a couple thousand and... No, we'd have to get 20,000. Okay, poison time. If poison turns out to be the worst one, I'll be upset. Oh wait, no, poison summons minions. Poison can't be the worst. Poison gives me the tools to defeat it. Gives me the tools to defeat it and then runs away. I guess if I felt it was necessary, I could just try and farm these corpses. Because, I mean, they give me XP. Poison damage, or is that just taking reductions? That laser comes out way too fast. It's like, if you're already dodging it, then you're fine. If you're not, then you can't really react to it. Dodge, like, once the dodge in time for him bringing it up. And you'll probably die to this. Yes. Anything left? No. This appears to have changed. I'm getting rid of these. They're just making too much. Their sounds are carrying into the fight, and that's not good. Ah, peace and quiet. Oh. Enchants with unique abilities. What can I get with unique? Ah, I don't need that. Can't benefit from charge rate. I don't need charge rate, I just said. Please, stop giving me charge rate. Stop giving me charge rate! Anything but the charge rate! Me. So bad. Okay, one more time. Dodge chance. That's good. 7% charge rate, absolute trash. Same with the melee damage bonus. I don't know what's unique about any of these. They all kind of suck. That was a lot of wasted money. Going to head up to the top of here. It's probably not worth it. Oh, why are suddenly guys respawning? And yep, hell, why? I've definitely been through here. And I haven't gone far enough away for them to respawn. Okay. Well, then. Hey.
A level.
Fish Fry Friday? Are those fish?
You
I-
have a new quest.
I didn't think they were fish. It might be. This is a swamp. This is a swampy area. Well, more forest than swamp. No, they're more like goblins. I think. You might be right. In which case, you know, fish for dinner. That was a cheap trick game. Hello again. I think I may be able to repay the favor you've done for us. I've been doing some research and have uncovered interesting information about Virax, the ancient dragon who still dwells in the tower in Riven Skull Gorge. He was bound there by his brother, Thys, whose spectral form lies beneath us in these forgotten halls. The interesting bit is this. Virax has admitted to hold a Hardfire stone which confers to its wielder the power of Dragonfire. It is a rare and powerful artifact that would surely aid you. If you can find the key below, you may be able to enter Virax's tower and claim the Hardfire stone for yourself. Yes. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I guess yeah, aquatic goblins. Aquatic goblins I'm not so much interested in cooking up, but if they're just fish, then maybe. And these brute suits are quite the design. Certainly as I don't like fish, I do. Fish tasty. I should spend the level up. Keep stacking elemental boon up. Health. Just check what that's how much regen. Okay. Yeah, that explains why I get the mana back so quickly. The game I tried last night was very mid. That's unfortunate. I'm always real nervous about like spending money on anything because I don't have much. So I end up like it actually like less so games because of things like the refund. At least it was on Game Pass. Yeah, I guess so. At least it's not costing you any more money than already being spent by that. Oh, that's a mini boss. Where did it go? Oh. Sneaky thing ran through. It's like it, like my financial situation has contributed to my let's call it indifference towards movies. Because like I was never a big fan of movies from a narrative standpoint because they're trying to fit. Yeah, you're trying to fit a whole story into at most like 3 hours. A bit more if you're a bit more if you do like a movie series, but even then, you're very limited to the time you can set things into. So you end up so it always felt kinda naff. Looked interesting as Magic FPS, and the first chapter was fairly sudden in terms of setup, but it's got a lot of that Hollywood post-Marvelisms. Ow, sorry, just a second. I know what you mean. I can't point to names, but I know what you're talking about. And all crisped up. That's 2 of them. Those brutes hit like trucks. I guess they should, that's their job, but very Ubisoft design choices and RPG mechanics, the the standard open world problem. That why it's open world, but it is. Because that is what AAA trite tends to look like. Like that's what the fun by committee does. That's what the fun by committee says. Like, oh, I think part of like open world is at this point almost exclusively a marketing thing. Like it's technically impressive because it's a lot to get to run properly on an engine on a computer. The sound of everything dying may be slightly drowning out what I'm saying. Magic Call of Duty or Doom was what I was expecting. A very standard shooter with magic overlaid. Again, that's the thing with games by committee. They go with very standard, with very little understanding of what makes a thing fun. It's like the open world thing. It's very easy. It's a very easy thing to advertise because technically it is impressive. Like it's a thing that a marketing team can point and say, look at how big this world is, look at how much stuff is stacked into it. Never mind whether that stuff is, interesting or not, just look at how much there is stacked into it. it doesn't actually contribute to making a game fun to play. But it's easy. It's for the companies making them. It is often cost effective. Not even handling any modern shooter move mechanics. It is. That's why you don't trust most AAAs these days. And you like, hello. And jumped down and got stuck in the wall. So we just pop in that, and we're good. Oh, that must have opened up the middle one. It was very clunky compared to other shooters I played. That's making me think of Inversion or whatever it was, where there was a lot of a lot of stuff that ended up much simpler than, well, that for the time was impressive, but is now just very stiff mechanically. See if I can get any other spawns climbing up from around these. Yep. Figured there was gonna be something. Oh, there's another one. I'll take 2. 3 for 3? 3 for 3? No. Felt like it was trying to be grimdark, but doesn't fully commit. Again, it's game design by the numbers. There's never any there's very well there's I won't say never. There's very rarely any full committal to a more polarizing design. For that reason, especially because like grimdark is that you can't sell grimdark to everyone. So they don't make it for grimdark. Reminds me why I don't play EA games. I'm surprised you needed a reminder. It is EA. What do we do with that? Oh, like that. Ah. Ooh, secret chamber. Secret tunnel. Fair, they're in BioWare now. Yeah, but like, remember, I enjoyed Dragon Age Inquisition at the time. I then went back and tried to play it a couple years ago, and it was so weird to play. It felt so sluggish. But you have to remember, like, it's not a surprise that like BioWare has not really done well. It's the weird times. No, it wasn't the weird times. The thing that really messed me up was how it felt to ride a horse. How it felt to ride the mount after something like The Witcher. God, running out of space. That's the way down. Thank you again for pointing that out to me. Bonk. Blocked it twice. Yeah, for me it was just how all of the... Tell you what, I would say... I preferred I preferred Origins over Inquisition. I preferred Origins over Inquisition because of how Origins had a much more open, like, character setup in terms of what you could give, in terms of how you could build them and what you could equip them with. I absolutely comes free with like Dragon Age. Not wrong. Like, I just love being able, having a party of 3 casters, putting War Mage on all 3 of them, and I think it's like a party of 6, but like, yeah, having the full party, having it half of them casters, putting Warrior Mage and putting War Mage on all of them, and then giving them all dragon armor. So everyone go the default paths. I mean, there isn't really a default path in Origins, because you get to pick up a second archetype thing for them. Like, it's not a case of retraining, it's that you eventually unlock a second thing for them, and in my case, I kept picking War Mage because it was good. And we are out of okay. I can sell this. If I can get rid of all this stuff here. I like the individual customization. It's kind of half the point of these CRPGs. Anything that's basic gets tossed out. Oh, always check the potion seller? No, scroll seller. Summon zombies. I like the individual squad customization because I like the build crafting and figuring stuff out like that when it matters. And so yeah, just being able to give everyone dragon stuff is great in Dragon Age. Oh god, ow, ow, ow. Oh, he's given up too. Oh, no he hasn't. Just took him a minute to decide to commit. He realized he was on fire and thought, it's getting a little toasty in here. Well, here's something to look forward to. I think well, here's something to look forward to. Anything Alcat does. And coming at me one at a time. It's like I'm playing Age of Empires again. Also, it'd be real funny if I was just randomly, just kind of out of nowhere, no advertising, nothing. It's like going with the Five Nights at Freddy style of advertising. It's like, oh, we're working on it. Oh, it was out 3 weeks ago. It's released on the same day it's advertised. So yeah, I've been working on this game. When's it out? Yes. I'm poisoned. Ooh. Not letting you catch me with that shit. The hype train will die if it's not soon. I mean, they've got a bit of time. Depends on how long the show goes on for. Come on, give me. Oh, thank God, some healing. I suspect if we see another 10-year development cycle, then it's yep. By then the hype will be gone. That's well, yes, but that's just finding out it's a shit game. That's doesn't matter how long it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. A shit game will kill the hype regardless. Except for the the diehards. Oh, slimes. They're coming for hugs. Sorry, I can't allow it. Bethesda takes a long time, and only a week is spent on quality testing. Yeah, nowhere near as long as it should. Oh, hello. Sorry, clusterfuck occurring. I have to deal with this for a second. Okay, we're safe. No, we're not. Just like the thing where most of the time they add stuff, try to put it all in, then do QA to make sure it's good. Maybe that is a... That's the thing a lot of smaller companies get caught up on. Feature bloat and only testing stuff that's like in the context of itself rather than in the context of the whole experience. Where'd the guy go? The boss just fucked off. No, the wizard, whatever thing, was the boss. Pants. Ooh, crit chance. Level is that? 42. God, it's certainly has a lot of what I consider bloat with no real substance. When you go so far with a title like that, or with a design ethos like that, there's some pretty obnoxious limits. God, really? Come on. It's not what I targeted. Oh, a lot of them. All the way. Oh god. That's bad. Oh, less than I thought. The forest gargoyle is the worst of the default mobs. Its dash attack and its ground slam do so much damage, and I have no way to reduce them. But to be fair, to be fair to the developers of games in general who make games that end up bloated, it can be difficult to figure out what is going to work with an experience, especially if there are limitations on what you're allowed to show to the public. Like, internal QA teams will only find so many things. Yeah, internal QA teams will only find so many things, and obviously a lot of big games are under NDA until release. You don't get so many. You don't get so many like regular people playtesting them and being stupid in them. And like, to be clear, that's not a condemnation of gamers. That's a necessity of the design, because people will try things that the developers never thought of. And people will sometimes intentionally want to be stupid in games, quite often in fact. So you end up struggling over you end up struggling over that. The QA ends up struggling with that because they don't have the same perspective. What was that spell? Huh. 4 faction quest lines. One of them is a major faction. It's just Operation Wilderness Espionage. Last is the hardest stealth mission. General evil option, but they do that thing where initial mission. Stuff that I'm sure the people you're parenting are just kind of shit anyway. And the two governments being a law-centric monster hunt, the other being a corruption scheme uncovering. God, sorry. Sorry, a bunch of spearmen just crawled out the fireplace. All stabbed me at once for most of my health, and I sort of had to react to that. So, writing compelling evil in a choices in an in-theory choices-based game is much harder than it seems to. Hell, I love the I love Alcat's content, but the thing is, it's really hard to do. But like a lot of their evil choices are just kind of mustache-twirlingly evil. I wouldn't even call it a juggling act. trying to find choices that make sense, like, within the pragmatic parts of the situation, of whatever is occurring. I'm busy being electrocuted once more. Oh god, there are 2 mini bosses. One moment. This really just summon a whelpling. Uh,
You have gained in experience.
nice. That's and more of that for once. Baldur's Gate 3 feels extremely evil adjacent or full evil at times. Like grand scheme, you do good stuff, but individual stuff can sometimes feel like an evil character's idea. Incidentally, that's another point of things. Making a full game where you can be evil in the same game where you can be good. That is a hell of a difficult balance to pull, because you're kind of having to make all of those choices available. And for every choice you make where things can change direction, it adds more content that needs to be built. Versus. No, it has no missile deflection, but it is more block chance. Damn it. Taking a lot of damage that I don't want to. Okay. Those purple bolts are the worst thing for me because they are non-elemental damage, I think. Especially when the options that feel evil are usually like by even good character being straight up way more beneficial because you avoid a hard fight. Yeah, like having like it is a matter of resources, at least to a certain point. It's not all that. Some of it is just you need a writer who can compellingly write you get making evil choices which make sense to you. But a chunk of it is just is the content required to make that work. Yeah, probably not. Budget. Hey, I get the missile deflection back. Tasty. He's the master enchanter. So is there anything else? Oh, it doesn't take the hell. 2. Okay, you can grab him at any point as long as he's still walking off. Two. Okay, let's give this a second.
Fortune smiles upon you.
It's not much, but it's 1% to all damage. Fire up and blast him down. Stuff for Mossy is going to be dead on arrival, or at least very mild. Again, Starfall was another game that just didn't take my attention because guess it just didn't. And I'm not going to say I told you so or anything because I didn't know how it was going to come out, but I am at least a little bit jaded for the AAA content. I liked Elden Ring, but that was about it recently. Calm down, Warlock, please leave me alone. Got to be a lever. I've been hurt by a lot of stuff in recent years. On the AAA front, it's pretty much just been Elden Ring that I was particularly excited for. This down. God, that Warlock went too hyper. I need to calm down. Oh no! Oh thank God I can't. Everything. Oh God! Someone dropped a fistful of gold up there. And we're done. Another wildwood item. No point touching it yet, but I'm going to keep it. Losing the health recovery sucks. The last big AAA thing I was up for was Starfield. Bethesda has to take a step back and unstreamline some stuff and improve another stuff to be good again. They just need to like throw out their existing game design document. Like they've been working on it from the same playbook for a little while now, and they just need to do something different. They need to they need to try something weird. They need to try something that they wouldn't. Because that's how a lot of titles have been doing well. They've been trying things, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I'll give them one thing. At least they are still making single player experiences. Before that set during a nuclear winter with the old skill perk system would be cool. That is the exact opposite of what I was saying. Trying something new and weird does not mean going back to their old stomping grounds. I suppose the two options really that have worked have been trying something that actually isn't done in media, that is like you're trying something that isn't actually currently done, or rather than just regurgitating the same thing over and over, slightly different, is focusing on what actually could improve and like modernize or just generally build upon an existing framework. Like that's the entire that is all From Software has been doing since 2011, except for like Sekiro and AC6. But like every single of their Souls-like titles has just been take the previous game, build on it, make those things better, add some bits. But for that, you already need a core experience that is fun. No, AC6 doesn't. AC6 builds on stuff from before 2011. Because it builds on it's the Armored Core framework, not the From stuff. So I'm talking about like the progression of their games. Armored Core stands out from that because it is not it's not happened in sequence. You've gone through the Souls games, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring, all with very little in between them. So it's been pretty consistently the same thing over and over, but each thing has been distinctly improved upon, not just more of the same or more of what's safe. They've looked at what they've got and said, okay, this doesn't work how we want it. How can we make it work more how we want it? And in a way that engages people. Like you're right, AC6 has done that. It's not been in the sequence. It's drawing a lot more from an older series of titles. Just dealing with like hundreds of skeletons. I'd argue that sometimes reverting back to another thing or adding a newer thing can have the inverse effects. It can, but anything is a risk. Making and producing any product is a risk. Even if you make the safest, most like broadly applicable thing, you still run the risk of it being, oh, this is kind of naff and boring. I won't get it. Like, there is no such thing as a risk-free environment in product development. There is informed decisions, but never risk-free ones. It's like, yeah, things could go wrong. They they're the idea they think they can the idea that an idea that they think may make them money may not, may turn out to be quite bad, aka Starfield. Okay. Now to fight a dragon.
I am
Oh,
wounded.
hey. Just run in circles. Ow. The stun. Fallout 5 has a chance to reintroduce the old system for more with player side stuff, and simultaneously I'd like them to do something interesting on the story side. Oh no. Oh. Sorry, I had to again, I had to move real quick to avoid what was going on. Oh, he summoned someone. Pop that for all the health and mana I don't currently need. Oh, froze him! Froze this in place. I didn't even think the freeze could proc on these. It could proc on bosses, given that none of the slow effects do. Okay. Oh. I'm still standing. Oh, okay. It's getting a little bit hectic now. Oh god, the range on that stun. Oh dear. 3 healing buttons that I have to run through whenever that happens. Hmm. This boss's health is actually ticking down at a reasonable pace again. I mean, I think that extra scroll that I've got to power up my stuff has saved the run again. Now. Now let's not just die to this spectral brute. I want to. I do not want to have to do this fight again, even if it was one of the easier main bosses. Oh, ooh, okay, okay. I see you. That's solid. That's not. Mana recovery. Enchants. Okay, not good out there, but another bunch more actually decent items. Now, 470, that's over 20% though. You hope for that they get some of the show story writers. I would expect not. I would be surprised if they did. I get why you're saying that, because you've been talking good things about the show. But I would be surprised if they did, given how the show story writers have been talking about how much they're like being careful with the how the show story writers have had, strictly speaking, relatively little freedom because they've been very careful to adhere to the existing stuff. The original creator said the show feels like Fallout. That's good, but like, yeah, I would not expect them to do that. Again, I see why you want them to, and I would probably generally agree, but I personally wouldn't be betting much on it.
You have completed the quest.
Ooh, fancy sword. Nothing else up the show, at least let Bethesda get some better story writers for their game. Well, we can hope, I suppose. I do not, but we can. It's a one-handed. Still, yeah, can't do anything. I'm not doing anything useful with that. Yeah, I did claim the key. Ah, Ravenskull Gorge, right. Yes, I remember. I remember now. I think they learned that talking RPG protagonist is not the way to go for their games. It's hit or miss. I don't know what I think on that, to be perfectly honest with you.
Your fame has increased.
Hey, nice fame boost. Got another portal here. And I can't boost... I can't actually boost that yet. Jeez, 53. Can't take any of these. It's either Frozen Fate or Death's Bounty. Go with Death's Bounty, see if we can get that casting speed up eventually. From a technical standpoint, it's cool, but in practice it limits responses from the player, a lot of semi-dialogue options, and being health modders because they can't make the player say unique stuff. Modders, yes. Limited responses, no. That is entirely just how much they are willing to pay for a given thing.
I am at your service.
No, I don't think the Ring of the Earthbreaker is worth equipping. Oh yes, now I'm level 49. %. Aye, okay, yeah, that's well worth it. And mana recovery. Put that away. Check here, sell this. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. I was called away for a moment about some money. I need to do that later. Yeah, I'll take care of that later now. But I do remember to put the fish away. No, not. This is the shared. Yes, the shared one. Fish, fish, fish. One due to round. I suspect they won't repeat on a talking main character. Okay, the subtitles completely lost me. Because the voices of Nora and Nate probably got paid a lot more than the other VAs by fact of sheer word counting comparison. I don't know that VAs are always paid by word count. Okay, because all that. Fire access tower. I don't know how the VA industry works beyond hearing a lot of repeat voices. I'm pretty sure it's not by word. just as a hunch, really. Got paid by session, my point remains the same. Kinda. It's more like it's more likely they just get paid by project, like a lot of things, like a lot of jobs do. Like or at least more and more these days, people are trying to avoid hourly rates in jobs where there is that defined end date. Like an hourly rate for something like fast food is it's still like it's not particularly amazing, but because there's no defined end date, it's just you're getting paid this much from how depending on how much they bring you in. Whereas say if you have someone that you hire for a project and you pay them by the hour, by the week, by the day, by the month, whatever, then it is consistently the hirelings' prerogative to take as long as they can. God, these horrid things again. Good. We're fine. Realization that in Konsu, the main character is actually mad competent. He's just surrounded by the actual worst. Yeah, that's part of why I stopped keeping up with Konosuba, because like I just couldn't stand any of the party. They were all just so frustrating. Like it just watching Konosuba just annoyed me. It raised my blood pressure. Stubbornly incompetent is a perfect description. Just incredible. As in the light novel, Akira of all people was actually the top paperwork, or the go-to paperwork girl. Or like Heaven's secretary or something. Don't know what brings this up. A girl who's the cause of 99% of the show's problems indirectly. I don't know about that, but that's not me disagreeing. That's me saying I literally don't know about that. I don't remember her being too many of the. Apparently, actually good at her job when she's not doing the reincarnation stuff. Oh, so she's fine as long as she doesn't get directly involved. These guys. Okay, we've won. Okay, these guys need to stop. Okay, oh, I'm still alive. Auto mod is really twitchy. Like one of the people, she reincarnated got the power to make whatever he wanted and proceeded to make a race of villagers who are too powerful for their own good. On a war machine that destroyed a kingdom and several dungeon labs with weird perv stuff. Character with all the bad ideas. I read Footman's Mace as Footman's Juice, and I was real concerned about picking it up for about 3 seconds there. Oh, it's just the same thing but stronger. Okay. In the only other reincarnation aside from the main character we see who is still alive, while a stereotypical hero is easily outclassed by the guy who got the most basic spells and personality of an eel. That must be like slimy as hell. How do we get this up here? There we go. If all the scums you were nicknamed wasn't entirely inaccurate, that is true. I saw enough of that. It does sort of make sense that he gets to outclass the other guy though, because like he gets essentially infinite versatility. He gets the most basic thing, but he can draw on lots of different aspects. Chills out after the events of the movies. Good. Perv junk ain't nice. Guys, hurry up and kick the bucket. I have all day. I don't even know if I'd count what I'm doing as a hyper mode. It's not like I'm sacrificing health or anything. If anything, when I do this, I get tougher to kill because all of my elemental defenses go way up. Good. Apparently he is really creative and competent when not being held back by a masochist. Guys with luck so bad she rolls the worst RNG for a solution, and Megamin. Granted, I think in the light noise she can do multiple explosions now. Yeah, I've heard that too. When I did watch it, when I did watch part of it, yeah, she did get more. She did get better at what she did. She never got any less specialized, but she did apparently improve. But like, yeah. The whole party is just incredibly cursed. Oh god, that threw me for a loop. We're going up instead of down in this one. That was a moment of processing when I found the stairs up. Like, wait, but right, we're in a tower. We're ascending. In the light anomaly's got some crazy quick precision feats, like counterspelling a mage by shooting their focus, freezing water in hero's mouse. They have to focus heal him, so him and a friend can get away. Both of these were changed. I wonder why these things do get changed. Like what is the point in changing these things to make the characters just less interesting? Okay. 20 reasons. Also, he's not hard carrying the second god he knows who was denying. But that's what adherents do anyway. The entire job of any faithful character in a series or game, like people don't complain that a paladin in D&D is doing all of the work of their god. That's literally their job. In this series kind of sucks. Yes, I only actually remember Aqua's one being the clergy of scammers, but it's still like my point. Like whenever there is any kind of like getting stuff, getting stuff done for a goddess, people don't usually complain that it's a mortal doing it, because that's the whole dynamic. It's got Scammers Anonymous and the head of Eris's church's very Catholic Church scandals. Ooh, that is unfortunate for Iris. And Automod does not like you today. Look, I have guesses as to why, but I don't want to say them, not because they are themselves particularly not because they themselves are particularly offensive or like anything, but I'm not confident in my guess, so I don't want to be, misinformation. So I'll just say I think I know why it's done. I still don't think it's funny, but I think I understand. But I do think I understand at least the reasoning behind it being such a thing. Any of these windows gonna pop? No, just give me a bunch of extra stuff I don't need. Okay, so the gravediggers in this place can at least unearth some interesting ones. But why are there gravediggers digging up this place for graves? This must literally be one of those places where they built the where they buried the builders in the stone. There ain't many other options for why they would have done this. Oh, that's a secret room down there. The bone stuff. Stuff is coming from the stone, it's probably bone. There's a bunch of extra gold. Anything else? That's well, I'll recover for a second. That's a good bonus. Plug that down there as a maybe. The bone zone assembled from bone stone. There's some very dad joke energy there. Paul, I hope you're happy. Oh, the big guys, back off, please. Pop that. Let them cook. Let them cook. God, that was a quick level up. Man, it's rough that this mini boss is has about as much health as the boss from last time. Like, this guy's is coming down real slow. You almost got me. Big health potion. Frustrating, I learned about for the almost no working train in the lore. Cyberpunk over in the corner being like, yeah man, same. God, the amount of output those spears do every time these. Do you mind if I share a twist of the Fallout show? I personally don't. Depends if anyone else. If anyone else about minds and objects, then I'm fine with it. But like, you know, I don't care about spoilers, even for shows I'm watching. Gotta be getting to the end of this level at this point. Oh, right, the level up. More focus. Game's doing well again too. Grab those, thank you very much. Now, anything else around up here? No. But it does look like the Blood Ravens have been here. So we're probably going to get to the top and find that the dragon we're after has been stolen. Such a strange idea of an ambush. This is the Vault 31 is project facility for all of the Vault Tech executives. With 30 and 32 basically being a gene pool for them to use. And Lucy's father was one of the execs. Okay, so that last view you just posted about the ghoul, that is the only bit of any context that's the only bit of any of that I understand, because I have not watched any part of the show. I've just seen a couple of God, ow. I guess that this is going to save this. Yeah, like that last bit is the only bit that I actually really kind of follow mentally. Main cast draws a bit from pre-existing main characters. Lucy the Vault Dweller, pulling from the Lone Wanderer from 3. Yeah, I currently brings up the worst for everyone involved with them. Given a bit of stuff I've seen from, I'm not sure if it was 3 or New Vegas. This being their plan makes, yeah, that tracks with what I've heard about how they're trying to do things. Oh, time for this from Secret Doors. There we go. Vault Tech in general has been mega sketchy, and there were theories from 3 that Vault Tech were the ones who dropped the bombs. I think it was more than even just theories. I think there was some... I think there was... Or it may be theories that they dropped them, but I think there was confirmation that they were at least planning something like that. Like that if they didn't drop the bombs, they were going to. That kind of situation. Okay, so yeah, it was one of those like, yeah, they were definitely intending to, but we didn't know if they did. Okay. This has been like a 3-story, 4-story dungeon. Got a tall one here. Oh, okay. So here you go. You can see the Varkolins. They're not fish people. They're bat people. So probably best if we don't eat the bats. Given 2020. So it is, from what you said, fortunately not fish for dinner. Guess I'll just do some stuffed pasta. Another goddamn minibus. Buddy, I negate a good chunk of your electrical damage. And the half sword, that is just a long sword. We're getting mad over House being in a meeting with Vault-Tec, have no media literacy, because he was the only one questioning the ethics and long-term benefits. Well, it's the same as... Well, you've got the same kind of situation as the... Ooh, didn't expect this to be here. Most people do not consume media at depth. This has been learned at this point. We gotta go, being called an early, so I have to get ready and go. Alright then. Oh no, wrong one. See you around, Fool. Thanks for stopping by as long as you did. Hope work goes alright. How's stuff for you, Amy? Just hoover up the vast quantities of gold. Good, got a fun next week. I should be sleeping. Oh, if that ain't a moment, if that ain't a feeling. I was one of those people who couldn't study when I was younger. Like when I was at uni, it never worked. My brain never had the right mindset. This is a secret room? That was obviously a mimic. Give it a few seconds. Nothing special. Cool sword, not good. Cool sword, not useful. But I obviously don't know how much you mentally need to study. I always did all right because the way I absorb knowledge, suited, put me in a position where I could kind of refresh certain bits and pieces before an exam and be okay. But I am well aware that it's luck of the draw if someone is suited for that or not. Struggling with this course and I don't know why. Sorry to hear that. Could it be that if it's not something that needs to be said, but could it be that there's something else going on that's got your focus out of whack? Yeah, sorry to hear it either way. Just not being able to just not being able to get your head into the game where you want it is arduous. many floors are there in this place? Oh yeah, we're on. This is the fourth one. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay, I do get the the interest in watching vast swathes of enemies blow up. Hmm. Sweep back down this way, but I'm going to, at this rate I'm going to need to teleport back, offload all the junk. Good, we got that. Everything out as we go. Haha. The answer to every single trick you can pull is more fire. We are today premiering the sequel to Fire, Fire 2. Followed by Fire 3 Revolutions and Fire 4 Tokyo Drift. And eventually Fire 5, why are we still doing this? Fire 6, I've lost control of my life. And then Fire Fantasy 7. Everyone's favourite. Sorry, cat. Almost set you on fire. Oh. Oh, God, that sucks. Yeah, I had to spend the money. I was not going to traipse all the way back through every single level of this goddamn mega dungeon. I do have to put this down.
How may I help you?
You may help me by taking all of this crap off my hands. Yeah. Fire Fantasy 8 Rebirth Deluxe Edition 4. 2.5 final mix. Yeah, that took several seconds to get here. Oh yes, I need to put these in here too.
Greetings.
Sell you that. Okay. Buy that. And back to the tower. That one's just a... God, it's just a default goddamn wand. There's something making obnoxious noises around here. Okay, never mind. The runts do actually kind of hit hard. Just don't normally get the chance to. The amount of enemies that I'm getting to that just can't be interrupted, like, they have no better way to make enemies difficult now. Kind of dull. Kind of bland. But they are putting in some interesting places in this tower, like this little Like this chamber here, I don't think I've seen before. With the book on dragons. See, I want to take this book. I want to know what's in the dragon book. But Torchlight's too scared to let me take it. They're scared of what I would do with the big book of dragons. It's just a copy of Fizzbands. Certain knowledge is too powerful in the hands of Scalies. So it's nothing to do with mortals. I'm not mortal, remember? Looks like we're coming up. Yep, then God, we haven't even got the last floor. I'm going. Oh, God damn it. Well, at least this time I can just come straight back by the town portal. So I'm already on the same floor. 2 gargoyles in a narrow space. That was cruel, though. That was just brutal. God. Just how many stairs does this tower have? How many floors does this tower have? Is this the final one? This looks like a top. Yep, this seems like the top of the place. I can't place my scroll here, it's the last floor. Phew! Yep, time to fight a dragon. Oh, the dragon circling. Oh, there he is. There it is. Guess we like dragons in this household. It does not appear to be listening. Oof. Ow.
I'm
Ow.
badly wounded.
Have to be very careful with its long range. With its have to be very careful with its short range attacks. The long range ones don't really cause much trouble. That fucking thing, however.
I'm pretty badly wounded.
Okay, that's just the. It's just the tail swipe that's crazy painful. That's a lot of health. I took 4 fireballs directly on the chin. Okay, he's gonna come down on me. Or
I'm pretty badly wounded.
almost. Oh, I blocked that one. This is so slow, this one. Okay. Yes, he's only at half health now. Glad I blocked that. Okay. Butt slam. %23 block chance on the shield, baby. Saving my damn life. Ooh, ow. Didn't mean to run through that. That should counter it. Ow. Don't come on then. No, I didn't do that. We're getting there. Not long now. Not long until a recalcitrant dragon finally calms down. Don't worry, I'm not actually killing him, I'm just putting him to bed. And he goes down. Now sleep properly. Yes. And I get the Heartfire. 1% chance to call forth the skull when you get hit, or a 5% chance to cast a Meteor Strike on kill. The ring. The Inferno sets. Maybe. Maybe worth that. Sucks that I don't have a weapon to use this with, though. Meteor Strike is just firebombs from the sky. Oh, fuck. I forgot to get the boss chest. There's half a chance it's got the next part of the wildwood set that I want. Mysterious collar, so no it does not. It was still worth coming back for. Pet doesn't have anything. I forgot the pet can learn spells. Onto that myself. Heartfire, do I want that myself though? That'll be worth it. I'll hold on to it for my own kit. Just see if I come across anything that'll make good use of it. I want to put on a weapon, see? It looks almost pleasant out here now. Now it seems to be daytime. Occasional Barklin hunter popping out of the woods. Occasional purple flame bonfire. The Emberworks. Oh no. It's full of junk. Why can I not walk through this? I'm not that. I am... Actually... Yeah, I am that thick. Yeah, I wouldn't fit between those. Ooh. Punched me for my entire spine. There are things to disable. Go. And this is going to wake this one up. No? Well, yes, it is, but not in any kind of time. Not in any kind of decent time for us. Jeez. Okay. And they do not want anyone coming through here. Mine bots. I don't even know why they'd make them look like naval mines. There's no water again. And they have legs. You're not putting a naval mine on legs. That's counter to the point of a naval mine. Another one of those. Yeah, wake up, honey. Time for your encrispening. This guy will wake up. Now with that done, pop this, which will open that gate. Wake this guy up, because, well, I hate to call it predictable, but... Build out glaive. It's a cool name for an unfortunately useless weapon. So I could have walked around him, but I didn't want to. As you see, it is imperative that every single creature in this world be introduced to the glory of firebombs. He doesn't need it, he's already figured it out, I think. Yeah, he even has firebombs. Good man. Good dwarf. Oh dear. Oh, wrong way. Okay, boss fight already. Man, he has so much health. And so many moves. It's not terrible, actually. Health there. His health could definitely be a lot higher than it is. See, oh, he got the. I got the flea proc on him. That's a hell of a one to get in the box. Doesn't actually help that much, but. Ow. Fine, I'll take the gold hit. One moment. So it's resistant to anything. They're usually fairly good about stating what a thing can't be. Thing is weak by. I think it's just my damage is terrible. Get crispy. What was the person behind the? What was the person behind the gate then? Because nothing in there was alive. It was all very much hostile. I'm not sure who I just gave the crown to. If I just gave the crown to the alchemist, I'm gonna be, or the artificer, or whoever it is. I'm gonna be real bad. Be real mad. Just a time and a half to start bringing out the shield turrets. Might be a tiny bit late. Mysterious chest piece. Oh, hey. Hard to pass that up. 51 fire, 20% to all damage. Now. And that is the power source.
Is complete.
Let me just partition the useful things. It's not useful, so I'm sure about checking that, but the rest. No.
Greetings.
All of this checks out. Cool cannon. I like the cannon. Losing the mana recovery kind of sucks. I cannot get any of it back. No.
How may I help you?
Sell that and talk to the guy to get our precious power source.
That's it. That's the ticket. Just let me install this and let's hope it works.
No, the Dwarf King stuff.
We're nearly there, my friend. Stand back while I activate the automaton. I don't know what
Oh,
we'll
the
encounter
alchemist.
in there. We know that the alchemist went that way, and he won't have made it easy for anyone to follow him.
You have a new quest.
Oh, it just did its thing. Okay,
I wish you'd gotten here sooner.
we have here. Wow, this is a 4000 model. These are quite old. This one appears to have had a lot of work done to it. Not sure why it's in pieces. Why don't we find out? Let me just put these together for you and we'll see what it has to say for itself. Oh. The Trillbot 4000, aspiring bard and one-man band. Greetings, I am the great bard Trill. You've heard of me, of course. My talent is known throughout all of Varus. From Torchlight to Red Haven, they sing of my songs. Torchlight, did something happen there? I feel a bit... Ah, never mind. I recognize this place. The spiders called, the sisters three, the old trunk yawning wide. Through ancient halls' dark ancestry, they met their fates inside. And that verse, you'll agree, I wrote it myself, of course. Ooh, okay.
You have received a quest.
And then there's the three sisters in the battlefield. Loud bugger. And I... Well, I think I'm going to do there. We got a... I didn't expect to deal with the siege giant column thing today, but we got it. It's done. And next it'll be whatever the Bard's quest is, and then the through the gates to the broken mines. So for now, however, I'm going to queue us up to raid. Someone doing a little bit of art. We'll see. Maybe not. Yes, yes. Standard raid message. Making good headway on this one. Almost level up, almost close to another level up. I might go back to one of the old areas and squeeze that out before next time. This will carry on next week. I'm definitely enjoying this, the challenge run versions of this game. I need to stay away from that bot. The symbols are just frustrating. But yes, we're going over to Lime Jello Monster, who is a slime girl, doing some art of some things. And I'll probably see everyone sometime next week. Probably the same 3 days, Wednesday to Friday. I'm managing those pretty well at the moment. I'm hoping to add Monday to that at some point, but fingers crossed, no guarantees. But, well, until a new dawn once more rises upon spring. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.